Hello, so I'm back again, and this week I'm going to be continuing on with the series on Facebook ads. And this week we're going to be talking about defining your audience, because defining your audience is the second most important part after, it could be considered the most important part, but it comes second after defining your campaign objectives. So here's 5 really quick tips on what you can do to, as a whole, improve what you're doing for defining your audience. So number 1, keep it simple. A lot of people, when entering ads for the first time, will often add too many interests into this section. Now, what happens when you add an interest to your target is it just keeps expanding. So it'll be everybody with an interest for shoes, and then it'll be everyone with an interest in sports. So this will keep going out, but these people may not necessarily have an interest in sports and shoes, for sports shoes. So by adding loads and loads of interests, it may be good in some ways, but it's really diluting that pool of people that you're looking for. So it's valuable sometimes to keep it simple. Stick to maybe 5 or 6 at the very most interests on your post. Try and really choose them, and use your location and your age barrier, brackets, we'll say for now. Make sure you're using them appropriately, because these are, some of the most important parts. If you're a local business, you may not even need to put interests in. It may be just as valuable to just have the location set your street address within 8 kilometers, and just target everybody between the ages of 35 and 50 in that area, because you don't need a huge budget to target a lot of people in that, and the area may not be, densely populated. But if you're really trying to target a specific amount of people across maybe the whole country or something like that, try and keep it as simple as you can, because the more you add, the more you just dilute the pool, and use your analytics to bring this in at a later date. Next point, custom and lookalike audiences. Try and use these as much as possible. What they are, if you don't know them before, and I can do another blog on this by itself if you'd like, is it's an audience basically built off of data on your website, on your app, or on your Facebook page. So it uses engagements, it uses visits and actions on your site, such as viewing page and stuff like that, to find these users on Facebook, and this enables you to retarget and stuff like that, which is obviously incredibly beneficial. And if you're a big enough business that you have, thousands of people viewing your site, you've got 1,000 people on your mailing list, for example, or that you're getting loads and loads of interactions on your Facebook page, this is an excellent way to really define your audience without being specific, because without being, broad, as in all the people that like sports, because obviously not all of your customers are going to be the same. And yes, you can kind of picture what they might be like, but they're not all definitely going to have an interest in sports for your product, or an interest in a football team, or an interest in handbags, or these are very generic things, but they may not all have very similar interests. And this custom audiences builds off of the ages, locations, the types of jobs these people have and stuff like that, and what they're searching for. So these are really, really good, and if you can use them, try and use them. Lookalike audiences come from custom audiences. So custom audiences are only users that are currently using your platform, using your app, have watched 95% of your video, something like that. Lookalike audiences will use this data and will create an audience from that. So we'll find people that look like the people that are watching your videos. So this could be their age, this could be their location, this could be, their interests, all these different kinds of things. It will pull the information together, and it will find more people that are like your current users, the people that are currently, using your website and stuff like that. So if you want to get the best bang for your buck, these are incredible audiences to use, and these you want to be using as much as possible. But make sure you don't use them when you've only got a really limited amount of information, because then it really does just define your audience too much, and you might not get the best results. So use them when appropriate. If you want me to do another blog, like I said, I can, but put that in the comment section below. Point number 3, use customer profiles. Customer profiles can be incredibly beneficial for you to really picture the whole person that you're trying to target, their interests, their hobbies, the problems that they need solving. You know, you put a face to the name, give these people a name. Use customer profiles. This will be beneficial for all areas of your marketing, but use customer profiles to get that best image of your customer. Because when you're doing that, it'll enable you to better choose your interests that you add to the field. It'll put you in the mind of the customer, and it'll help you to figure out what's the best route to go down when targeting these people. Next, Audience Insights. Audience Insights is an incredible tool within Facebook that enables you to see more about your demographic and how they're using Facebook. So you can put in the ages, the location, all these different kinds of things, and then Facebook will show you the types of pages they like, what phones they're using and stuff like that. All these different kinds of things that can help you with your customer profiles and help you to build a more rounded picture of your customer. So it may say that your audience, a lot of them like yoga pages, so you can target interests for yoga. You know, I hope you can see how this will be beneficial if you're using your app, because what you can do as well with Audience Insights is you can target people just on your page. So you can see what a lot of the audience on your page are looking at and pages they like, and you can start maybe posting content about that apart from the ad side. But with the ads, you can choose to use images, choose text that, you know, resembles what these pages that they like are posting about, or what will work best on the devices that they're looking at, or what will resonate. Will it be pictures of a married couple, or will it be pictures of single people? You know, so this is a really good way to, again, just gather more interest, gather more knowledge about your ideal customer and how they're using Facebook and what Facebook will be using to find them, like areas you can put in to define them. Lastly, number 5, exclude interest. So yes, adding interest is beneficial, but it's also beneficial to exclude interests. Now, an obvious example of this is if you've got an app that's only available on iOS devices, you can exclude the interest, use exclude interest to exclude people who are using Android phones to view Facebook on. Or exclude desktops even, to really narrow this down. So use the exclude interest to target these people even better, because interest works, but it also helps sometimes to take some people out of the mix in order to really get the most out of your money. Now, if you want to look more into the exclude interest, it's below the interest section on the ads, and you can just click on the browse button, and this will show you all the available options that you can look through and that you can add to your ad. So make sure to use exclude interest when possible. It's always worth exploring the options to see what you can add in there, because this will really help you to narrow down your audience and make sure that where the ad's spending the money is to the people that you really want. So those are a very quick 5 tips on what you can be doing to increase the results you're getting from your ads, and how to really define your audience, because defining your audience is a really important part of the process. It doesn't just help you on Facebook ads though, this can help you on all areas of your ads, and you can use Facebook Insights and stuff like that, Audience Insights, to use for your whole campaigns, because it may just help you to picture these customers better. If you've got any questions, as usual, leave them in the comment section below. But tune in next week where I'm going to be talking about another area of Facebook ads. Thank you.